What's going on, guys? Your boy Random Guy Kev here, and this is Thoughts of a Random Guy. We talk about many things dealing with love, dating, relationships, adulting, life's ups and downs, and the ever-evolving world of just being a human. Don't forget to check me out on all your favorite social media platforms at Random Guy Kev and my website, randomguykev.com. Today's topic is we're talking about the worst roommate. Nope, sorry, wrong one. Worst neighbor ever, a Netflix docuseries. And my co-hosts for this episode are. Okay, co-host.
Oh, I thought I was waiting for Ryan. Hi, my name's Eric.
I was waiting for Eric, and I'm Ryan.
Hello, welcome. Thank you guys for joining me once again for another talk about something reckless and crazy. So Netflix, they have their series, worst roommate ever, worst ex ever, worst something else ever. This one is the newest one, worst neighbor ever. We're gonna talk a little bit about it. With this is gonna be part one of this. It's 4 episodes, about 45 minutes to an hour long each episode, and as the title implies, worst neighbor ever. First episode is entitled "She Finally Snapped." This one is based in Kentucky in 2018, around that time frame. And the one thing, I'm sorry, I want to get this off real quick. The one thing that annoys me about all these episodes, is that the police failed to do anything when things were brought up. And it's like, I'm sorry, I just got pissed off every time. Like, you're trying to do the right thing by contacting the cops and addressing the problem, and they're just like, that's not enough. I can't do anything. It's not enough. I can't do anything.
It's like they would go out of their way to do as little as possible.
Yeah, it's just like what does it take to actually jump in?
That being said, I think all of us have experience in editing and creating a entertaining story. Can also depend on how it's edited, but that being said, a lot of these cases, when they're like, oh, and then new evidence arise, and you'd be like, you mean they didn't do that in the very beginning? Like, that wasn't a thing that they should have done?
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. So again, this is based in Kentucky. And a lot of these, you'll recognize that a lot of the neighbors, they talk to each other. A lot of them talk to each other. They say hi. They're very courteous. I even do that with my neighbors. I say, what's up? Hope everything is good. Just try to get to know people around the neighborhood. Just so, because you never know. You never know. Somebody may be beneficial and help you out in the future where you could help them out. It's just different things going on.
Yeah, man. Anybody who has neighbors, it's awesome when you have a group of them that you can talk to, that you can like, hey, what's up, Kev? Hey, can I borrow? You got like a thing? I gotta cut something in my garage, and be like, I got you, man. What do you need? And then it's mutually beneficial. I've been growing the same thing with my neighbors, man. It's been ever since the incident. It's really brought all the neighbors together. So that's
Correct.
like one really cool thing, is that like we're all in like group chat, all that stuff, man. It's
Same thing with my neighborhood. We didn't realize it until years later that just little things that go down, you start going to the same guys, start chatting with the different neighbors, start realizing you're part of like a network. That if something goes down, they let each other know. If something's coming awry in a nearby neighborhood, they let you know, just like keep an eye out for this.
Yeah.
Or hey, I had an instance where apparently 2 dudes just started fighting, ended up on my hood. And neighbors like,
That's
hey, I'm just
crazy.
letting you know this happened, but don't worry, I got footage, and I'm gonna send it over to you so you can do the report on it. I'm like, cool, thank you, appreciate that.
That's
'Cause
awesome.
they had just so happened to have the right camera and stuff. But yeah, building up those relationship with those neighbors is nice and beneficial.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just, still keep people at arm's length, but it's just good to know the people around you, because you never
sure.
know. So in this case, this is based around Shauna and Matt. Shauna and David Scott, who relocated back to Kentucky to be close to the family. So all their family kind of lived on the same block, and then a family friend, her name Frances Zayer, She recently got divorced and moved back to the area, and they were repairing her house. And Shauna was being nice and said, "Hey, you could live. You could live with us. You can live with us for a while." And everything was good for a little bit. This was around 2016, November 2016, and things started to change as she got comfortable. Her personality changed. She became a little bit more aggressive and bossy.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
You're living. You can live with us under our roof, under our, and then all of a sudden, yeah, like you're saying, started coming in.
One of my favorite parts too was when they were describing her behavior and what the random shit she would say, and the way that the interview, like one of them just goes, and I think she was a racist.
yes,
When it was like everything they were describing this woman was doing, you're like, do you think?
And the
Evidence
crazy
suggests.
thing is,
I think
Shauna
she was a racist.
is white, David is black, Francis, she's white, and it's like, and David was just so calm about. He was just a calm type of dude.
Yeah.
That was just like,
That like everybody loved every
Yes.
single person
Yep.
in his community, his job, because he also worked for the
Corrections, I
in
think?
corrections. Yeah.
yep.
And like when
The
he,
inmates loved him.
dude, the inmates
yeah.
fucking loved him. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So yeah, and which is like great. It was like, damn, they're being nice to you, and you're living in their house, but now you start like you got too comfortable. You getting too comfortable right now. You acting up and doing all this extra stuff. And I think the final straw was when their grandchild came through, the 3-year-old grandchild came through, and kids gonna be kids running around. This is in January 2027. The kids running around, she's staying with them, and Francis comes out the room and just starts making noise, like, why are you making all that noise? Stop it, yelling at the kid and trying to get the kid, like, to stop what they're doing. And Shauna's like, yo, nah, you finally gotta leave. So by March 2017, Frances moved into her new house, which is literally across the street from them.
No, it's not even across. Isn't it part of the same, like?
It's part of the same kind of cul-de-sac
Yeah.
thing. And her dad lives across the street, and her house, Frances' house, is right next door to her dad's. To their dad. So now now they're having whole disputes about property line and stuff, because she wanted to build a driveway, but like the driveway where she wanted it was on his property and not hers, and she proceeds to just drop gravel either way, just to, even though there's a property line, there's a survey that was done, they had the sticks in the ground, and she's just like, I'm still gonna do this. So they
His
they go
response.
back and forth. Francis keeps in harassing the family as well.
Oh wait, no, real quick. I want to give the old man some props though, because he had a response to that. Didn't he start on his side of the property line? That was technically the drive.
He flipped her truck over.
Yeah, no. I thought he
Was it the
started just
truck?
putting. Was it flipping her truck or was he putting junk trucks there?
I feel like he flipped her truck over.
Oh, even better. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he flipped her truck over. It's like, get off my property.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah.
I mean, in small towns like that, listen, you got it. I don't mess with nobody that got like the ability to do shit like that. Just flipping cars over just because they can. So, like, Francis continued to launch like a one-sided campaign against the Scotts, calling the police with daily complaints and reporting Shauna to the Social Security Administration on false claims of disability fraud. Because again, she wasn't working because she was disabled, but she would like help her friends. Like, she would go to the nail salon and help her friends at the nail salon, but she wasn't really working. But Francis constantly just called the cops. And hearing those calls, I would be pissed as the person picking up the phone every time and know it's her. Cause she constantly complained like, hey, these people are harassing me, they're bothering me, they're doing this stuff. Why aren't you guys supporting me? And it'd be the same cops coming around every time.
Some of the times it sounded like they were annoyed. Like, oh, we've already checked, we've already been through.
Yeah.
And then she starts doing the whole like, oh, why is nobody gonna save me and help me? Look at
Yeah,
her.
and that's the thing. This is she was delusional in my mind. Like, you could have moved away, but you decided to stay close and stay in these people's business. And it's like I don't even think she had a job either. So it was like, so you're home all day and you're just watching these people live their lives and you're upset about it. Like, go home. Just stay inside. So one day, a physical confrontation happened between Shauna and Francis. Francis filed assault charges, and the court issued a no-contact order for Shauna rather than jail time, which enraged Francis further. So the whole fight started because Shauna got tired. And I don't think it was really a fight from the way they described it. They were just rolling on the floor at each other.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, but like, okay, think about the type of person who is going to call the police regularly for even just the most minor inconvenience.
Yeah.
If you were to physically confront somebody who has that like just mindset, they are going to. It is going to be like when the Chihuahua on the ground just starts like just going out above and beyond to show they're being hurt and to really like draw attention to being the victim. And like it's because like when it was like a tussle, like it's
Yep.
nothing bad, but like what it escalated to was what the fuck.
Yep. And so, as of June 2017, when she was served those papers to go to court, she was she was told not to be within 500 feet of Francis. So Francis continued to call the cops and try to bait her specifically to break the no contact. And she kept tormenting David. And David, again, just based off of everything that was said from the people on the show, it was just like, David's a calm dude. He's chilling. He's not letting things stress him. But this is definitely getting to him, because you could tell Francis, how are you this bored and outside your house all the fucking time?
It was like, and like listening to the different coworkers and people that he talked to describe how David was like, they're like, yeah, I could tell David was down, and then he'd be like, what's up, David? And David, the way that they said it, he's just like, man, she's just a lot. It like his being like, even the way that he talked about it wasn't disrespectful. He's just like, I don't know what to do. Like, this is like,
Yeah.
he didn't even I mean, if it was any one of us, I feel like we'd have been like, man, I'm fucking tired of this bitch. She's like on something. And,
Yeah.
Even he was just like, this is just, it's a lot.
She
Yeah.
FA'd and it's time to FO.
Yeah. It was a lot. So by August 2017, she was following them around. Literally, like, they would leave the house and she was following them. Like, trying to have Shauna break the no contact. And it's like, bro, like,
How is that not a breach, you know?
Yeah, it's like a weird thing. You're following her so she can't do shit.
And it's not even like she's being subtle about it too. Wasn't she going into the nail salon and being openly just aggravating and just
Correct.
Yeah.
And it also, when Shauna was in her front yard with the kids, the grandkids, Shorty came outside topless.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
She came outside topless.
She was just like exposing herself to kids. It's wild.
I'm like, yo.
Which for some reason is not illegal apparently in Kentucky.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
not.
lot of stuff that's not illegal.
They let a lot of shit go
I guess.
by.
You know?
I guess.
So by March 2018, essentially a couple months before they were due in court, the neutral witness that saw the whole thing didn't want to participate anymore. She didn't want to be involved in the prosecution's, whole thing with against Shauna, because she got tired because Francis kept calling her every day and was like, hey, call the cops, call the prosecutor, tell him this, call the cops, tell him this. And the lady, you could hear her voice. She got tired of it. She was over it.
Yeah.
She listen. I'm not here to help you. Like fuck off, type shit.
Yeah.
And then by May 2018, they gave Shauna a plea deal of anger management and 1 year probation. And Frances was upset. Upset. She continued to call the cops, and also, she said that nobody in the town cares about her. They keep doing. You could tell in her voice that she was gonna do some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
She was gonna do some crazy shit. So around this time, this is when they started putting cameras up around their house because they just, the best evidence is footage for them.
Mm-hmm.
The best evidence is footage, and the crazy thing is that the cops knew the situation, they knew what was happening, and they kind of still did nothing. And I feel like this kind of ties to the last one we did with the old lady in Florida kept messing with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why don't you just move? Why don't you just move?
Literally anything else. Why don't you literally do anything else?
Yeah, you're bored. You're bored.
Because in her eyes, she's not doing anything wrong. Why should she
Right.
have to change her life?
Mm-hmm.
Not to say I agree with it, but I've met a lot of people like that.
If there's anybody listening that is contemplating getting pissed off about what your neighbor's kids are doing at any given time of the day, let me tell you how awesome puzzles are. Puzzles will take your attention away from whatever the fuck is going on around you.
Yep.
Especially them kids. So,
Yep.
Might I interest you in a puzzle?
There's 1,000
Correct.
reasons to be distracted.
Yeah.
Maybe even 5.
Maybe even 1,500.
Oh shit.
Yes. Do a large puzzle. So we're now in May 2018. Now they're setting up cameras. It's been over a year and some change since the whole thing been going on, and it just goes downhill. Just goes downhill. Frances walks through their front door. That was my thing. I was kind of pissed off about. Like, I get it, in these small communities they leave their doors unlocked, but fuck all that.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. So they got it on camera that she walked through the door. She walked over past their yard. She walked straight through the door and shot at Shauna and David because she was tired. She was tired. She felt like nobody was on her side. Then proceeds to go straight back home right after shooting them.
Like it was no thing.
Correct. Went straight back home. David dies, and Shauna, the bullet went through her face.
Which, goddamn.
Uh-huh.
When I heard that she survived that,
I forgot she was getting interviewed.
Yes.
I was like, oh, she died. Wait, she's speaking.
No, that's her getting interviewed.
Yeah, she's the one giving the interview.
It was like that one apartment in New York where everybody was gathering and having a good time, and those two guys came in and just started executing people.
Executing everybody, and two people survived.
that got shot in the head lived, and you're like, what the fuck, dude?
Look at that, like, so much luck. So much luck. Right? So that later that night, there's a standoff at her house. And it's just at some point she finally comes out. But it's like, bruh, this could have been prevented if you just moved or just minded your business. You don't have to associate with the people in your street. You could be a neighbor that just stays in the house.
That can, if you depending on where you scroll on threads, a lot of people will tell you there is a lot of things that you can bypass if you just mind your business.
Literally, mind your fucking business.
Mind your fucking business.
That's really
what's going on doesn't matter. It ain't your business.
Word, none of your business.
None of your goddamn business. Like,
just put your phone on Do Not Disturb and log the fuck out.
I wish it worked for these type of people.
Dude.
Like put noise canceling headset on and just
Oh my God.
shut the fuck up and just go somewhere.
I love putting on noise canceling headphones. It's the best.
Yeah, and that's it. Keep it fucking moving. So this happened in 2018. By 2022, you know, they through the trial process and everything. She signed a plea deal. She was charged second-degree murder and sentenced to 35 years. I felt like she should have got life, but I feel like anybody that kills somebody deserves life.
Unapologetically too.
So like 35 years. I mean, she was already old anyway, but at the same time, it's like, bro, this is your fault.
There's times where you'll hear something and you're like, oh yeah, that should be life. And then they get something like 7 to 9 years. And you're like, wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense.
Correct.
Like, you came in and you just, like, everybody hated you. And then you come in and you kill these people. And, oh, yeah, well 35 sounds good.
And the math don't be mathing for me.
Bro.
The math don't be mathing. But that was episode 1. That was only episode 1 we just finished talking about. Episode 1. Again, title of this Netflix docuseries, Worst Neighbor Ever. So you kind of get the gist. We just gave you 1. Let's go to episode 2. This one's entitled Midwest Meltdown. This one... this one was... Damn, this one's kind of the same too. Fuck. Yeah. So
this one's crazy too. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, this was crazy too because like it, while not to the scale, because like in this one, man, it leveled the fucking city. It leveled that motherfucker. That's how the house next door caught fire. Is that there was explosions that went off. And then it spread to our house. So like watching it, I was like, oh shit, yeah.
Well, looking at the footage of it, like the aftermath, and then seeing how it all came from one house, decimated another one, I'm like, I've heard of a story similar to this, and that's kind of wild how so much collateral can happen and be just as catastrophic.
So this story kind of jumps between 2 years because it's trying to explain the relationship. So there's this guy named Mark. This is 2009. This guy named Mark jumps on dating sites, and he I would say he's a con man for older women that are lonely. And this woman in Indiana, he met this woman named Joanne. Joanne, she looked old in her pictures compared to Mark, and I was like, "And you thought he liked you? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
You thought he liked you? Okay, I guess he's saying all the right things.
Damn, guys.
Fuck. Like, so they met through a dating app online, and like 3 months later, you know, he's like, "Hey, you know how people like beg you for money, but not beg you for money, but say they beg you for money in a way. Like it's like, damn, like
it was in such a bad way.
I was about to get this $300,000 job, but I need this other equipment to do the job, and that equipment costs $10,000. So like I'm gonna see what." Just trying to figure it out without saying that hey, can I get that? If you got it, can you give it to me? And that's what he did. That's what he did. And I thought she was smart because she said, "Oh no, I'm not gonna give him that." And then
she
she was
like, "I'm not."
Yeah, right off the bat, I'm not gonna give him that. Then they proceed to go to church, and she's like, she heard the word, and you know, as far as like, oh, be a giver and all this stuff. So she decided to write him a check for like $11,000. I'm like, this bitch dumb. You dumb. And then he proceeds to ghost her after he gets the money.
Immediately.
Like, right after. Like
immediately.
Like the ink was still fucking wet on the check.
And she kept calling him. How you go from talking every day of every second to no talking at all? Like, that's delusional. So she filed against him in small claims court, but come to find out, there were 3 other people that had lawsuits against him. So she was in line.
She was like, you got 3 people in line ahead of you, and she was like, wait, a line?
Yeah, word. I'm like, bro, y'all got it. So, fast forward to about 2000. Fast forward to a different area in the Midwest, in Indiana, Richmond Hill, Indiana. Cul-de-sac. Everybody kind of knows each other on that street. You know, Doug, Gloria, Abby, Jennifer, and Dean. And then you got Monsi. Everybody felt like she was a new person there. Monsi was the newer person there with her husband, and they said she looked like she was a rich person. And she had plastic surgery done and all this other stuff. So she was a good person for a while. But then 2009 hit, and then she divorced her husband, and supposedly she changed a lot. By 2011, she met Mark at a bar, and she became self-absorbed, and they were all into each other. Her vibe and energy changed, and you could tell, like, a person that drives a white van and it's constantly moving stuff in and out of your garage, I don't know, screams scammer. Screams a bit of scammer.
No.
Again, Mark is a younger looking dude dating these older women, and he knows who he can get. Proceeding to November 2012, this is when the large explosion that they were talking about earlier goes off, and it shook houses for a couple blocks, destroyed some others, and the neighbors right next to them, Jennifer and Dion, died during this fire. They were stuck. So the reason they died is that the firefighters couldn't get them out in time before the fires engulfed them.
Oh, that reveal, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and like there was because they had used their Comcast system and like called Comcast to try and
get help.
them to get help.
Yep.
And there was an audio recording of what's the guy's name?
Dion.
And that was it. That was the last thing
Yeah.
that you heard from him.
And they were stuck and they couldn't get them out, which is fucking terrifying. A bomb. It's essentially a bomb going off right next to your house.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
And you're stuck inside.
And you're stuck inside.
And then, if I'm not jumping too far ahead, I believe the dad went in to try to search, and
Yep.
it was crawling through, and he was told to exit out.
Yep.
And then for him to find out that they were still alive at some point,
Yes, they were still alive.
and he was forced to stop. And he had to live with the fact that he listened to authorities and didn't keep digging.
Yep. They couldn't get them out in time before the fire engulfed them. But to everybody's surprise, Monty and Mark weren't at the house. They were at a casino 2 or 3 hours away.
Neither was
Their
dog.
daughter wasn't there either. And their dog.
No, it was a cat.
Cat? Was it a
cat.
Oh, yeah, it was a cat. It was a cat. And their cat wasn't in the house.
That fucking cat.
Yeah, so like you look at the aftermath, it's like the whole house like kind of disintegrated. It imploded. It was just like destroyed.
The best part of it is that like the way that Mark kind of sold this to Monty was like, oh, the explosion won't be that bad. And
Yes.
they tried it a couple of times, and they went to the same casino. They took their kid out, and like
This was their
had the
third run
babysitter.
doing it.
It was the third time doing it.
And this is the one that worked.
Yeah, they modified. But it's like, oh, the explosion won't be that bad. It won't be that bad. And like this con man who has people waiting in line to sue him is like, oh, it won't be that bad. Fucking levels 3 houses, bro. Gone.
The fire investigators felt like this explosion was bigger than what they expected. And when they started investigating, they found the source was the microwave. And they were just like, everything was suspicious because there was like no other electronics around, no sofas, nothing. It's like they picked up
there's no
everything and
TVs.
took it out.
Oh, yes. I love the investigations part of this. How they
Yes.
can figure that out.
And they found, the microwave, it was delayed microwave, so you can program it to start cooking something a couple hours later. So, and that's what they did. They had it programmed to heat up whatever was in the microwave in 24 hours or 12 hours, and that would like explode the microwave, and all the gases that are already in the house would help it go further. But they also poured gasoline.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't just let. They didn't just put the gas. They poured gasoline.
Gasoline. They messed up the dial.
The gas line. It was like the pump on how much gas is
it was a safety.
allowed out.
It was like a safety release or something
Yeah,
like
it
that.
was it was like a safety thing. Yep.
And then they timer. I think they put something metal in the microwave too. It's just like
Yeah,
it was all
that
too
would
obvious.
let it go off. So once the microwave exploded, that would ignite the fumes in the house, and that's why it exploded. So it's now December 21st, 2012, and Muncie's lawyer said that they would cooperate. It's always funny when people like do shit for love, and then they get caught. It's like, you know what? For me to get a lighter sentence, I'm a snitch on him.
Like,
I'm a snitch on him.
yeah,
It's all his fault. I'm gonna snitch on him.
he did it.
That shit always makes me laugh.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're in this together, Bonnie and Clyde, and then like the first sign of pressure, he did it.
Yep. And again, it wasn't their first. This wasn't their first attempt. They did it They did 2 other attempts before, and it didn't work.
And then every single time they left, went to a casino, didn't get a night, and then had their cat taken somewhere else to get watched. It's a cat.
Yeah.
You can leave him for a day or two, but they actually took the cat somewhere else.
Which is crazy.
I thought, I mean, not to say anything bad about the cat. I thought they would just, oh, well, I guess we're going to have to lose the cat, but overall it'll work out.
Yeah,
We don't want it to be too suspicious.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, by June 2015, that's when the kind of trial started and whatnot. Again, this is when we found out that Dion and Jennifer were still alive while the fire was burning, and they tried to get him out and couldn't, and it was like not enough time. So there was another accomplice part of this, which was his brother, Robert.
His brother reminds me of Don Vito.
Actually,
If you look, if you get to watch it, if you're watching this and you see it, and or have seen it, and you look at, his one of his eyes is like looking.
the brother,
the
the one that they go to the bar and stuff.
Yeah.
Think of the
So his brother was included in this because Mark and his brother went one random day. They went to a bar. They were talking to I guess it was a bartender.
No.
Who knew explosives.
It was
right?
the dude who worked for the gas company.
Oh, for the gas company, yes.
And it was like, and asking him these questions, he's like, oh, why do you want to know that? No, no big deal, no worries. And they're like, all right, gotta go,
Have another
bye.
drink.
Yep. And it's like, you know what? Let's try this plan. And listen, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. People are always looking for a quick get rich scheme, and it's essentially insurance fraud that they were trying to commit.
That's
work
the
for them,
reason. Yeah, it wasn't a revenge towards anybody, but it was.
But
money.
it got people hurt, got people killed.
Yeah.
So Bob was sentenced to 2 life sentences without parole plus 70 years. And he was convicted of 51 counts, including felony murder and arson. Mark was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences plus 75 years. Was convicted of 55 counts, including felony murder and arson. In 2018, he died of natural causes while incarcerated. So he only spent about 3 years in jail. Monty was sentenced to 50 years, and she pled guilty to conspiracy to commit arson.
But got the plea, right?
Yeah,
Or not the plea,
50 years. That was the deal.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she's gonna die in jail too, but she should have got life too.
For real.
She should have got life.
Yeah, even though that amount of time is gonna be life, it's still something about letting.
It sounds good when the sentence is life.
Yes, exactly.
Agreed.
Optics.
Because you never know. In the future, they might make some advanced technology which makes us live forever. So, yes, get life.
You know, that kind of goes into like it's probably been a Black Mirror episode where they suspend your consciousness, where like you really only serve like an hour, but in your head it's like you've lived an eternity.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think there is a show.
Black Mirror.
No, it's a different one that you kind of separate your mind.
Oh, that other Netflix show. I know what you're talking about.
It's not Netflix. It's on like Apple TV or something like that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's called Fudge. Yeah, keep going. I'll find it.
It's okay, Ryan. But so that was two. We gave you guys 2 episodes. We talked about 2 episodes. Go watch it. Worst Neighbor Ever on Netflix. We're gonna give it some time and then talk about the last 2 episodes. But you kind of get the theme already. You kind of starting to get the theme of. I mean, this second one not so much. The second episode didn't have that much of the cops calling, but the third and the fourth one, listen, it's crazy.
Can
and
you
to
say
be mindful of the company your friends keep, because they could get you in trouble too. You never know. Like, and don't think about a quick get rich scheme. Like, do background checks. Everybody do a background check on the people around you. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings us to our first sponsor of. No, I'm kidding.
Brought to you by FBI background checks.
There you go. Find a friend.
Find a
Word.
Find a friend. They have an extensive database of all your good Samaritans.
We're looking for level 3 or higher clearance.
Literally. But that's really it, guys. That's it for this episode. We'll part 2. You'll see that soon. But don't forget to like, comment. I said like, comment, subscribe.
Still do it. Find it on there. Find it.
You guys can find me on all social media platforms at Random Guy Kev. My website, randomguykev.com. Don't forget to check in, and I will catch you guys all on the next one.
Yeah.